Hey, my lovely Serene Dream here with another filmy and general energy reading. And if you're new to my channel, how this reading works is it's timeless. So whenever you find it, it can resonate for you. It can resonate for the day, the week, the month, or even the rest of the year. That's however it plays out for you if it resonates with you, because it's not going to resonate with everyone since it is a general reading. So take only what resonates, leave what does not. Reverse the messages if that's how it fits your situation. And if you would like to check out your monthly zodiac readings or your general forecast for the rest of the year or your love forecast for the rest of this year, you can check out the Vimeo links below to view those. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, the link to my website can be found in the description box as well. Follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for daily guidance. And if you have not done so already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any updates. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm getting this energy of someone running away as fast as possible. It's like someone's been feeling like they're drowning underwater. And I get like the whole ball and chain around their ankle that was pulling them down into the water to drown them, and it's like they've finally been released from that ball and chain, and they're like swimming up to the surface to get that to be able to breathe again. They're getting the hell out of Dodge. They're getting out of Dodge very fast. It's like they're running toward land and they're just never wanting to go touch this water again. So I feel like someone has been involved in something for what feels like a long time, or it actually has been. They've been involved in this for a long time, and I feel like the experience indulging in this or being attached to this has not been pleasurable. It has not been rewarding. It's only been more it feels more like it was a burden for the person. And so like they're going far away to go find their joy. And I feel like as they're getting away, someone else is like hiding in shame. Like they're going, it's like this someone is okay. Another way this is playing out that's coming to me is someone is starting to become more social, because I'm getting like there was someone who was a recluse, which could still apply to the underwater energy I was getting. Someone could have felt like they were drowning, being in this isolation, and they weren't like socializing. Their life was very limited. They were just overall like a recluse, and they could have felt like they were in this energy against their will, that they weren't really wanting to be this way, but that was just the way life was because of their circumstances, whatever they may be. And I feel like someone is finally able to get out of that reclusive space. They're able to get out of this isolation and socialize again and see the sunshine again and laugh and play and enjoy and socialize, just truly be a part of society again. And I feel like there's someone else who has been very social and has been very out there. They're like, I'm hearing gregarious. So this person they were a very gregarious spirit. And it's like this person is going into that isolation period. They're becoming a recluse, just as the recluse is becoming more social, the social butterfly. And I feel like these two people are connected. Like they're almost connected on a string. So as one moves one way, the other kind of follows, but it's like not right behind one another. These people are connected on a string at a distance. So it's almost like as one, it's like I'm imagining cars, when cars are on the road and, cars are, following, they're right behind each other. And as one car passes a landmark, if the car who's right behind them is a little bit of a distance, it's going to take them a little while before they pass that landmark. But by that time, the car ahead of them is on to another, they're touching something else, they're passing something else. I don't like, that's the visual I'm getting. I hope I'm making sense. But that's what I'm picking up when it comes to these two people. It's like right as one is going into a new energy, the other one is now entering into that one's old energy because they're connected. So it's like essentially this person is following. I feel like the recluse is the leader in this situation, and the gregarious one, I'm just gonna call them that, is the follower. And I feel like they are moving in, like that's the sequence in which they're moving. The recluse is now, but oh, you know what? I'm getting that it goes back and forth. Like it's a string, but it's like the string is being pulled back and forth. So because the gregarious one, as the gregarious one was in that energy, it moved the other one into that reclusive energy. And then now that reclusive one is coming out and becoming a social butterfly, the gregarious one is becoming a recluse. So it's like they go back and forth in that way. But I feel like the one who was the gregarious one was the leader. And now things have shifted to now the former recluse is now the leader. So I feel like it's not there. I feel like when when the gregarious one was the leader, things were moving backwards in this connection. But now that the recluse is becoming more social, they're getting out there again. They're seeing the sunshine again. They're becoming the leader, and it's like this person has stepped into their power. That's what I'm getting. The reclusive one has stepped into their power, and they've now become the leader of this connection. And because they're now the leader, this connection can move ahead in the right way. Because I feel like it was backwards before, like the string was being pulled in a backwards motion with the gregarious one leading the connection. And I feel like the gregarious one was leading the connection more into the carnal energy, more into the lower vibrational energy. And I feel like, so while the reclusive one was in that isolation period, that's why it was so miserable for them, because they were being led by a lower vibrational energy. But now that they have recognized their power and they found a way to cut loose and move forward into, I'm hearing the social age. So that may be like what spirit is calling it for this person. Like they had an age, they had the isolation age, and now they have the social age. Now that this former reclusive one is now in their social age, they've come out in this very high vibrational energy. So they're now the leader of the connection, and it's pulling this gregarious one into their former isolation age, but now it's going to be different. Like when the former recluse was in that isolation, they were miserable because they were being led by a lower vibrational energy. But now that the gregarious one is in isolation, they're being led by a high vibrational energy. They're not going to be as miserable as in their isolation period as the other one was. And it's because I almost feel like this person is welcoming the isolation, because maybe they've been too busy, they've been too outgoing for too long, and they're wanting a break. Like they're not really, it's like they're retiring into this isolation age on purpose. They're not being forced into it. And so they're happily becoming a recluse, and because they want to get themselves together. And I feel like while they're in this isolation age, they're being fed with all this high vibrational energy and information from the other one that's now moved into their social age, and they're able to grow. Because I feel like the whole point of this is these two people are meant to ascend together, but the way it was going is like no one was ascending, or like one was ascending and the other one was kind of like hanging down at the bottom somewhere. But and then with them being the leader, it's like even though the one who was in isolation would ascend, it's like they would come back down because they were allowing the one who was low vibrational to lead. And so it took this one who was in isolation formerly to like truly wake up to their power. And I feel like that's what spirit was like wanting them to do. That's why they were forced into this isolation. And I feel like they were just, trying to breathe underwater. They were drowning because it's like spirit was trying to wake them up to say, okay, you need to grow. You need to work. You need to recognize your power. Stop being led by this person. This person doesn't know what they're doing. They're blind. They don't have the information that you have. You're going to need to step into your power and you're going to have to lead this. And I feel like this person was running away from that responsibility, or just overall just blind to the fact that they had this responsibility. And now that they recognize it, they are let free. They're out of that quote unquote prison. And so they're going to lead this connection in the right way. And I'm hearing like a couple full moons. So that's how long this could take, for this other one that is now going, this gregarious one who's now going into isolation. It could take a couple full moons for them to truly ascend to the level they need to be at, so they too can come out of this isolation and join the other one. But this time when they come out, they're not going to be the same way they were before when they were social in the past. They're going to be a whole new, brand new energy out in the world. Like in this social age, they're going to be like a transformed version. So their social life, what they're going to like to do, what they enjoy, is going to be much different than their past. They might even look back and say like, I don't even recognize that person I was anymore. Yeah, because it's like they're being led by such a high vibrational energy. So the whole time they're taking this break and they're in this isolation, they're just going to be powering up and learning so much about themselves and the world around them, what they're truly here for. Like their brain, their spirit, their energy are just going to be getting fed. Like they're going to be getting fat. Not literally, but like with all the information and energy they're going to be getting within this time, they're just going to feel like they're powering up to like the highest level possible. And I feel like the one who was formerly in that energy, the one that's now in their social age, it's like they're going to be rooting this person on silently. Like they're going to be feeding them silently and like rooting for them silently. Every time they see them make any kind of progress in their growth, they're just going to be like smiling and just silent, like, yes, that's what you need to do. I'm so proud of you. I feel like all of this is done in silence. I don't feel like these two people were having much communication during this time, because I don't feel like it's meant for them to do that. Like I don't feel like they're meant to have much physical communication, because whatever age they're in respectively, they need to go through this alone for a minute. But they are going to be having a lot of telepathic communication with each other, and possibly a whole lot of dreams, until the one who is in isolation is able to come out again and join the other one in the right way. And I feel like when that happens, then they're going to be able to have the physical communication. This reading is very weird, but let me just keep tuning in. I hope you all are following me, because I'm trying to translate the channeling I'm getting, and sometimes it's not that easy to match words to the energies and the visuals that I'm getting. I'm hearing take your time. So when the one who's coming out into their social age finally, I feel like they are being advised to take their time and not just get into everything at once. Don't try to do everything at once. Just truly take a step at a time. And I feel like just getting back out there, you don't have to go out every night. You don't have to socialize with everyone. You don't have to reconnect with everyone that you were connected to before you had your isolation. You just take it a step at a time. Everything, I feel like your steps you're going to be advised on which steps to take and what to do and how much to do along the way. So I guess the advice here would be just to listen to that. Don't overdo it. Spirit is going to be showing you the way the whole time. And the one who is in isolation now, the former gregarious one, they're going into their wilderness moment because they need to understand something. So they're also going to be guided by spirit. I feel like you're both going to be guided by spirit, but just in different ways, of course, because you're in different ages and different stages. Someone's heart is getting worked on, and I feel like it's the one who's now moved, the former gregarious one who's now moved into isolation. I feel like it's their heart that was needing a lot of healing and mending. And so spirit is working on getting this person's heart strong, and I heard specifically solid. So, and what is meant by that, what I'm picking up from that is maybe this person felt very confused in heart, or maybe felt like their heart was divided. It doesn't have to necessarily mean, it could be between two people, or it could just be between two types of lifestyles or two choices, in whatever regard. This person may have felt like their heart was divided, like they probably missed their old life, but they really want a new life and they didn't really know which way to go or what to choose or how they could really satisfy their craving for both. And it's not possible they can't. They had to make a choice. And this is why they were pulled, not forced. They were pretty much guided or into this isolation, and they willingly went. Like this person volunteered going into this isolation period. And I feel like while they're in it, they're going to be like, their heart is going to be made solid in the way of like being very clear on which way they need to go and how they need to go about it. They're no longer going to have that division in their heart, like whether they're struggling between two people or two different choice of lifestyles or whatever. They're going to be like, okay, I know when they come out, they're going to know what they want to do. They're not going to struggle with, the past anymore. They're not going to struggle with anything, any kind of indecision they were dealing with. And this is what spirit is like, was wanting to do, was to give this person time to truly like learn how to build their heart in a way to be decisive. Because I feel like this person really never had to be that decisive when it came to matters of the heart. This person was used to being divided, and I'm hearing kind of all over the place. Maybe this person was very solid in other areas of their life, but like their heart specifically, they never quite like decided on any one thing, or even in some cases any one person. But for the first time in their lives, it's like their heart is being worked on in a way, spiritually, energetically, in order to learn how to do that. I feel like this person was kind of really like, I'm hearing childish in that way. They didn't really feel like, they didn't place much importance on heart matters. I feel like when they thought of everything, they built up the strength in every other part of themselves and just kind of let their heart do whatever. They let their heart be foolish and play games and be indecisive and, just never really have any solid footing. And it's like they're learning that for the first time. And I feel like they're going to come out feeling very proud of themselves because they're going to understand and actually be able to feel this change within them. Yeah, that when they think about like where their heart was and how they used to operate in their heart energy, in their heart space, and like where they end up being when they come out of this isolation, they're gonna really like be moved almost to tears, be so emotional with seeing the growth, because the growth is just so apparent, it's so clear. And I feel like it's happening in such a rapid period of time. It's like it's happening rapidly. This change is not slow. This change is happening fast. And so that's what's going to amaze this person. Not only the growth that they not only the length of growth that they've had, but also like how rapidly this growth happened. So yeah, when this is over, it's like I'm hearing the two stars join. So I feel like it's kind of like I'm getting like stars aligning. So yeah, it's like a fated moment. This is all like divine timing. This is divine doing with having these periods, these two people in these separate periods, and when they join, it's going to be like their stars finally align for them to walk this path together. Because that was not something, I feel like they were probably trying to come together before, but because they were in such two drastically different energies, they couldn't do it. They felt like star-crossed lovers, like it was never going to happen because they were just too different. But now that everyone is getting worked on, the one who was, a recluse, they're learning how to be social and, truly enjoy life again. And the other one is learning how to like take time for themselves and not always be everywhere. Just learning those important, and not only just in a social setting, but also working on themselves. And someone needed to work on like their throat chakra. That could be the one that's now rejoined society and now outgoing. With them being a recluse, maybe they didn't have great communication skills. They weren't used to interacting with people or having to talk much or just socialize, period. So I feel like with them rejoining society and being out there and becoming social, it's like spirit is allowing them to exercise their throat chakra to truly like grow it, like heal it. Because I feel like it was broken. It was like there was like a break in their throat chakra, I'm hearing. And so yeah, they're exercising it and learning to heal it through becoming social. And the other one is like their heart is getting worked on. They're learning how to become more decisive and clear in heart matters. So yeah, they both had something. Both people have something they need to work on, and once those things are healed, and the good thing about this is, I'm not picking up that these two people have a whole bunch of work to do in all other areas or all other chakras. It's like literally they have one chakra that they have trouble with, and that's why like this transformation is going to happen so rapidly, because it's not that much work to do. I feel like they've built themselves up enough in every other area, but it's just been this one area that they've been struggling with for a very long time, that they have not been able to get right with the way that they were living. And so spirit is like guiding them to, get into another setting to truly exercise and heal those wounds and that energy in those chakras. Now, when these two people rejoin, they're going to do so in a very healthy manner. The love is not going to feel overwhelming, but it is going to feel powerful, if that makes sense. And I guess what I mean by that is it's not going to be overwhelming to the point like they can't function and they can't have a life outside of each other. They're just intertwined and all over each other 24/7. No, I feel like these people have like grown and worked on themselves enough to maintain their independence while also maintaining a relationship. So they're going to feel, I just get like straight up, these two people are gonna feel like power, just straight up power together. And I feel like together they're going to exude a certain power. Like they already exude a certain power independently, but I feel like together it's just gonna be like an extra power that people just feel, immediately upon seeing these two together. And so I feel like it's going to allow these people to truly build together in a healthy way and not get so caught up in their emotions to the point that they don't get much done. Because I feel like these people have things to do. This couple has something to do in the world. And so it's like spirit needed them to work on themselves truly, so that when they come together, they're not just so caught up in the love that they don't get the work done that they need to get done. And so they're going to truly love each other and be grateful for each other. And they're going to enjoy the love of each other too, but they're also going to be very clear and remain focused on what it is they need to do together. So when they come out of their respective ages and they, become a team, finally become one, their stars align. It's like that's when the magic happens. Okay, so that's about all I have for you all for this general energy reading. I hope this reading was helpful to you. Again, if you would like to check out your monthly zodiac readings or your general forecast for the rest of the year, your love forecast for the rest of the year, you can check out the Vimeo links below to view those. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, link to that information in the description box as well. Follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for daily guidance. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already so you don't miss any updates. And I'll be back with my readings, lovelies. Bye.